Hey guys, Josh back here again. So today this is for all my King Quad subscribers. You're going to be excited. We picked up another one. I'll show you it here in a second. I bought it not running, good compression, only 1700K, which was really appealing to me. New tires on it basically and a new muffler. So and it's in really good shape. So I'm excited to show you this, but it wasn't running. It's been through 2 owners that couldn't get it running. So anyways, we're just going to show you what we're all going to do this thing to fix it up. But here it is. You can tell a lot by a seat, and that seat is all original, and you don't see too many of them like that. So we're going to clean that up and get some plastic restorer on there, rubber protectant on there. A bit of a basket case. Stuff was taken apart on it already. He had LED headlights on it and he wanted them, so he gave me the factories, and they have HIDs in them, so we'll see if we can get those running. I might just convert them back to regular ones, we'll see, but lots of bolts and nuts that we can put together. I charged up the battery, new battery in it, new air filter, so that's just drying out. It was wet from pulling it up the highway in the rain yesterday. There is the old one, and here she is. It's a 97, my other one's a 95. So as you can see right here, like all this stuff isn't faded. I think it must have been kept inside in a garage somewhere. So I just got done pressure washing it and soaping everything in here just to get all the oils off of it, so I know what I'm working with. But as you can see, like the tires are almost brand new on it. And it's got a new battery. Only thing it's missing is the cover for the lights. So if any of my subscribers have one of those and want to sell it, I'd be interested in buying it. I know some of you said that you had parts. I forget who it was. But if you got one of those, I'm interested in buying one of those. So yeah, anyways, he's had the carb off of it many times. I'm missing that piece on the side too. Actually, I need one of those. But yeah, she's a pretty clean bike, and there it is, 1,723 kilometers. So I think I averaged it out, and that's like 77 kilometers a year or something. It's like, if you averaged it out from 97 up, it's crazy low K, so it's good. Anyways, we're just gonna show you what's all going on with it and what I'm gonna do when I first get it. We're gonna check the oil, or change the oil I should say. Check the oil strainer in it. We're gonna set the valves on it once it cools down, and check the diff oil. He said he changed it, but we're just gonna check anyways. My girlfriend's here. She's just starting to restore the plastics. As you can see, they're in good shape, but they're just not shiny and nice like I like them. So you can see that difference, and then you can see here she's working on this, doing a real nice job. It's really shined up. This is the only crack it has in it right here. Right here, he already stitched them, which not the biggest fan of them, but as you can see, those are shining up really nice. So we're gonna shine them all up, and once we're done underneath there, we'll get it all put back together. Hopefully we have all the nuts and bolts, since it was just a basket case. But such a nice day out here. It's one of our first nice days. It's 15 Celsius or so, and in the sun here it probably feels like 25, so it's really cranking down. It's a gorgeous day out here, so we're gonna get to doing some work on this thing, and you guys will see me setting the valves and stuff. I'll probably just make a valve video a separate video for people that don't know how to do it, so if people search it they can find it easily. But yeah, we'll get going here. Alright, so the plastics are all shiny. Man, they look good. Coming back over to this thing. Look at that, that stuff works so good. We tried a little bit of Armor All on it, and the Armor All sucks. It went back to looking the same. So this vinyl rubber plastic stuff looks good. She did all this stuff. Yeah, I can't believe how good of condition these plastics are. It's like second to none to find bikes like this anymore. Then going over to the seat here. This is the stuff we're using right here. And it's real crappy looking there, kind of mildewy and stuff, but as you can see, she did some right here, and the difference is huge. Alright guys, so first thing we're going to do on this thing is change the oil. He just changed it, but it hasn't run in so long, and it had gas in it, and I'm going to convert it over to Rotella, which I always convert my stuff over to 5W40 synthetic. So it does meet the JSO MA standard for your wet clutch. That's why I use that stuff. I can use it in the boat, the truck, everything. It costs a bit more, but it's good stuff. So yeah, we're just gonna drain it. You can drain it back there. I normally do, but in this case, the skid plate's already off. I haven't put it on. We're gonna drain it up front here with a 20mm and or 13/16 I should say, and we're gonna drain it. And then there's 3 bolts down there. Pull those off, and we're gonna inspect our oil strainer and clean that out just in case, because you'd hate to ruin a nice engine just because there's something in there for oil. After we get done this, we're gonna I don't have a filter here, so we're just gonna pull it out, make sure it's good, put it back in the cartridge, and because he did just change it, like the oil was literally clean, but I think there was gas in it. So we're just gonna pull that out, and then we're gonna get to setting our valves. Alright, so we got, that's for your oil filter. I still got to clean that. My O-ring broke in this thing, so I'm just going to seal it with gasket maker around the inside and outside edge. I use the right stuff on that so it doesn't get sucked into the motor. Anyways, get those off there. Those are 3 8mm on that one. Those are 3 10mm on that one. I'm going to clean this right out with a rag before it empties. I'm going to turn the bike up on an angle a bit so you get all the oil out of it before I switch over to synthetic. The only place there may be some is up in the head here, and I'm going to pull the bottom cap to drain that out too, since I'm going to do the valves anyways. But yeah, underneath here, when you look right here, there's your strainer. I do have a separate video on this on how to change it all if you're wanting to do it, but I cleaned that with brake cleaner, never pulled it out. Anyways, it's clean. Good to check that because that's vital for your oil pressure. Your oil pump's right above that. So yeah, we got that clean. We're gonna put it back together now and fill her up with oil. Alright, so I didn't get the valves on video because my hands were just solid oil, and this camera's kind of a pain to grab with oily hands. So anyways, I just set them. You just pull out these 2 caps, one there. It's easier to pull off this plastic here, and especially if you don't have a fan. My other one has a fan, and you have to take that all out. But anyways, there's that there, one up there. I put the caps in. They're 17mm, so you can put the caps back in. Obviously make sure they're nice and clean. So it's fired up, but that valve was literally, like, it was probably at like 15 or 20 thousandths of an inch, and it's the specs 3 to 5. Like, you could grab it and clack, 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 clack. That's why it made so much noise when it ran. So anyways, I'm excited to start it up. We're just gonna we got some Rotella in it, filter back in. We're gonna start it up and see how it runs here now. I'll probably run a bit smoother with the valves set too, and then we'll get to setting the carb too. Alright, so the valves are set. We're all back together there. What we got to do now, I'm just organizing lines. But the reason why this thing wouldn't start, a little trick for all you King Quad guys, is that this here is a secondary fuel pump that you do not need. It's more of just so when you shut it off, your vacuum, the diaphragm goes there and it wouldn't allow the fuel to overflow into your carb. But anyways, you don't need that. So just a simple way to block it off is, I mean, you can get a threaded barb and thread it in there, but for now I'm just gonna have this rubber line right here, and I just shoved a screw in it, or a threaded machine screw, and it fits in there real nice and it won't allow it to leak. But what that does, that goes there and it shoots gas into your carburetor, and then you get way too much fuel and everybody thinks it's a carb problem and they can never figure it out. So that's what was wrong with this thing. So I blocked that off and it runs now. I still got to clean the carb, but it's in pretty good shape now. So we got the air box back in. My girlfriend put the headlights in it, and now we're gonna go put the back half of it on here. We're just gonna slap that on, and then we're good to go. All right, guys. So it's about 8 o'clock at night right now. It's been a full day, but this thing's running good. We have to clean the carburetor on it, so I'm gonna make a video on that. But yeah, she's back together now. It's in pretty good shape. The plastic shined up pretty good. I got it dirty. I was out messing around with it. These tires are a lot better than these ones. Obviously, they have like no tread. I'm still a fan of the blue though. I really like the looks of this thing. This thing is just so blah, but I mean, that King Quad on there, I can't believe that none of that's faded and that's the original seat and stuff. It's in awesome condition. But I straightened up some wiring here. There was LED headlights in here, and there was somebody retrofitted HIDs to go in there, and they're full of mud in here, so I got to clean them out. But I routed the wiring around and put the relays back up here, the fuses I should say. Somebody had them tucked way under here, and everything was jimmy rigged, so I straightened everything back out to factory. Got to get some bulbs and wire up these headlights. I don't know if the winch works yet. We're going to try that out. I don't have the plug for here, but that's fine. There's just 3 wires down here. I'm just going to cut and splice and run them up to a switch or something. I can get a controller kit for it from Canadian Tire. I think they're only, I bought one for the other ATV. It's about $60, but that's your steering wheel, or that's your control for your handlebars and everything. So it's pretty crazy not to do that, because you get your relays, all your wiring and everything. So anyways, she's back together there, and yeah, that's the King Quad, the next project. And I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm probably not gonna sell the blue one because I got so much into it. It's making the odd time it makes a funny noise in the motor, but I think it's just like a starter clutch or something kind of messing up. I don't know what it is. It doesn't affect the running. It'll just make it the odd time. It can be once every couple days. It's just like a really bad sound, and then it's only for a couple seconds and it's gone, so I really don't know what it is. Anyways, we'll look into that when the time comes, but if not, we got a 1500 kilometer motor right here for that one, because I prefer that bike over this one. But these tires are definitely awesome, these ITPs. I had to put a bit of slime in the back tires. I know the mechanics don't like that and stuff, but I mean, if I change these tires, I'm going to be doing it myself. And you know what? I've put slime in the other ATV there. That's been 2 years, and they leaked. One just started leaking now, but I mean, that one leaked like a bitch this morning, and now it's fine. So I'm going to let the tires back down to the proper PSI, and we're gonna get to cleaning the carb on this thing. So stay tuned for a carb video, because I know I've had a lot of people ask. So I'll try and make a detailed video of the carb. But for now, that's it for the new King Quad project. I hope everybody enjoyed watching the videos. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and please give the channel a like and a subscribe. If my videos interest you, please click on my channel and check out my other videos.